I'm Annabelle Daily, and welcome to Simply Artistik. Today my guest is Jamie Payne, a senior at RB with a passion for dance. Hi, thanks for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
So, how long have you been dancing?
I've been dancing since I was 5 years old, and that would be 13 years now. And I started at Dance Center of LaGrange.
What got you started,
I actually don't remember, but the night I decided to sign up for dance, I was dancing around my house, and my mom was like, "We've got to get this girl into a dance class. She's just out of control, turning in the kitchen." So I was placed in a dance class at the studio, and I also took baseball. And at the end of the season, I told my t-ball coach that it was between dance and baseball, and I was like, "I'm sticking with dance." So that's how it all started.
So, what different studios have you worked in?
I've only worked at Dance Center of LaGrange, but at RB I've participated in Orchesis Dance Company and Repertory Dance Ensemble.
So, do you think you're going to do this as a career, or is there something else?
When I go off to college next year, I hope to get a minor in dance. I know I'm going to take classes for sure, but the rest I haven't really planned out. And with that education, I hope to, become a dance teacher for the little girls who are just like me, wanting just to take class.
So, can you tell me about your experience at RB with dance and what you've done?
Overall, it's been a wonderful experience. I signed up for Dance Technique 1 and 2 as a freshman, and the best decision I've made at RB. It's gotten me to meet some of my best friends, and I've only grown as a dancer, which is amazing to say. And then I auditioned for Orchesis all 4 years here, and I've been a company member for the past 3 years. I started off as an apprentice, but as I said, I've grown, so I moved up to company. And then I also was able to be a student to get recommended into Repertory Dance Ensemble, which is an honors level dance class, and you can only get into it by audition or by admission through the instructor, which is Miss Haynes. So I was really lucky to get into that, and through everything I've gotten to work with guest choreographers who are professional dancers who own their own company, and they get to work downtown in Chicago or New York City, and it's just amazing.
Would you rather work in those groups, and do you like the group dances better, or would you rather just do solos?
There's a give and take for both. I mean, I absolutely love the feeling of being in unison, and it's interesting because it's almost like everyone has a connection while dancing together, but there are definitely those moments where it's like I just need my time to shine and express myself better than I can through words, so that's the best part of a solo.
So do you think that's your favorite part about dance, or what?
Yeah, probably.
Then what's the hardest part?
The hardest part is definitely first learning a dance, because usually when I'm learning, I have dances for RDE, dances for Orchesis, and dances for Dance Center LaGrange. So trying to remember what dances are where and what I'm doing in each dance, it's difficult to learn, but it's also one of the fun parts of it because it's taking in new information.
How often do you practice that?
I have Repertory Dance Ensemble every day since it's a class, and Orchesis are in the spring after school rehearsals, and I go to the studio 3 times a week.
What's your favorite type of dance that you do?
I am really in love with the musical theater jazzy movement, as well as there's tap dancing, and it's an excuse to be loud for tap, and it's just where I burst out of my bubble. And I feel much more confident than I do sometimes in a classroom or in a big crowd.
Do you ever choreograph your own dances?
I have. I choreographed in the Orchesis 2010 performance. I did a tap dance with Bridget Colazzo. And then this year I choreographed for Repertory Dance Ensemble's winter concert. And then I'm going to do another dance for the Orchesis spring show this year.
Where do you get your inspiration for your dances?
Inspiration for me comes from life in general, the troubles you have, any mistake you made or anything you come across, even in the media, just real life experiences is what gets me through.
What's the choreography process like for you?
For me, for choreographing my own pieces, it's just taking the time to listen to the music and get my feelings out in certain movement phrases that really express what I'm trying to say, and at the same time are very appealing to someone's eyes. So I tend to take a lot of time with that, and then teaching a dance, and then you actually have to sit back and watch it and make sure everyone's doing precisely what you want. And if something doesn't come across as right, you have to be open to change and adjust it so it comes out as something you never expected.
Do you have a favorite piece that you've worked on?
I would have to say my favorite piece was Cuckoo, and it was actually restaged in the Orchesis show, and it was a dance about being kind of contained and almost like an insanity level, and it was really, really different from anything I've ever been in, and it was one of the fun dances to be in, as well as performance-wise, because it wasn't all happy, you know, it was very back and like almost different mindset completely.
Yeah. How did you kind of come out of being, were you ever like nervous in front of audiences, or how did you get over that?
Well, when being younger and growing up, performing on stage for family members was fine, but especially coming into high school, you were like, whoa, I know all these people that are going to be here. So for me, it was just making sure I didn't psych myself out and just like focused on a point on stage. And if I found someone I knew, I just made sure I smiled big for them and tried not to worry about what they're thinking and focus on just me.
Tell me, how have you been involved in the school otherwise, like any other extracurriculars?
Yeah, I have been on the girls' tennis team the past 4 years, and I got to play with you this year. And I also was in ski club when we had ski club the past couple years. And this year I'm in National Honor Society.
Real quick, before we go, could you tell me what you'd like to say to anybody that's wanting to get involved with the dance program at RB?
It's a great program here, so there's so many classes you can take, so I'd just say sign up with friends or sign up by yourself, and just, you know, be open to trying new things, and it's awesome, so everyone should try it.
So when we return, we're going to look at some clips of last year's Orchesis show where we'll be seeing Jamie perform. that was a great performance, really fun to watch. So thank you for coming on the show with me, Jamie. This is Simply Artistic. I'm your host, Annabelle Daily, and we will see you next time.